I couldn't help but notice your pain. My pain, it runs deep. Share it with me. And that pain was New Orleans, August 29th, 2005, 6:10 a.m. Hurricane Katrina made landfall, but Katrina was not a storm. Katrina was a ritual sacrifice, a wound carved into the body of the city, meant to scatter its soul, erase its people, and fulfill a centuries-old blueprint for America, the new Atlantis. Over 50 levee breaches tore the city apart. Some failed hours after the storm had passed. Survivors in the 9th Ward swore they heard explosions, just like 1927, when levees were blown to drown black families. These were not natural failures. They were ritual cuts. Katrina's path crossed the Chandelier Pyramid offshore, then surged through star forts like Pike and Macomb into cathedrals, cemeteries, and obelisks. The storm struck the Atlantean grid. The city became the altar, the people, the offering. Katrina's path crossed the Chandelier Pyramid offshore, a submerged Atlantean temple. From there, it surged through star forts like Pike and Macomb into cathedrals, cemeteries, and obelisks inside the city. The storm didn't move randomly. It struck the nodes of an ancient grid. The city became the altar, the people, the offering. Before the rain, tens of thousands of body bags were pre-ordered. They weren't preparing to save lives. They were preparing for the dead. And after the flood, the parasites revealed themselves. Robbie Robinson, French Quarter businessman. I don't want those people from the 9th Ward back. They didn't contribute anything to this city. Congressman Richard H. Baker. We finally cleaned up public housing in New Orleans. We couldn't do it, but God did. God didn't flood New Orleans. They did. These men didn't see tragedy. They saw opportunity. And when the waters receded, the city was branded in X codes, spray-painted symbols on homes. They told us it was rescue notation. But in ritual language, X is the crossroads, Papa Legba's gate, Osiris cut in 4, the Masonic seal. From above, New Orleans became a massive sigil of death. The city wasn't just flooded, it was crossed out. The New Orleans that existed before 2005 is gone. What remains is a hollow shell, a tourist stage built over ruins, because the plan was never to live with us. The plan was to take the city from us. And the coup didn't stop with people's homes. It reached the city's lifeblood, the port. Port Nola quietly acquired 1,200 acres in Chalmette for the $2 billion Louisiana International Terminal. While the 9th Ward still lies in ruins, the city's economic pulse is being moved away. First, the people were scattered. Now the port itself is being stolen. This was never about rebuilding. It was about relocation, replacement, and control. 4 centuries ago, Sir Francis Bacon wrote America, the new Atlantis. He called for an instauration, a reset through catastrophe and rebuilding. Katrina was no accident. Katrina was instauration. The storm was weaponized. The breaches were deliberate wounds. The pyramid offshore and star forts guided the surge. The cathedral altar was preserved. The body bags waited. The city was branded in X's. The people exiled. The port stolen. This was not weather. This was ritual sacrifice. And Scripture was right. We are not fighting flesh and blood. We are fighting principalities, rulers, and spiritual wickedness in high places. They didn't just drown New Orleans. They drained its soul. Hurricane Betsy in 1965 was the rehearsal, the first billion-dollar storm. Survivors swore the levees were blown, flooding the lower ninth. 40 years later, Katrina struck, same wards, same breaches, same exile. That's not chance. That's ritual. New Orleans was carved open twice, and the city you see today is only a mask, a hollow stage of the new Atlantis. New Orleans ain't the same, and that's not tragedy. That's design.